this is no longer a zero-sum game. The more gender equal our companies, the more profitable they are, the better return on investment, the lower their labor costs, the lower their levels of absenteeism, higher levels of productivity, greater creativity, because great minds don't all think alike. So we have enough data from Catalyst, from McKinsey, from Brain Reserve to make the case to C-suite people that this is in the business, there's a business case to be made for greater gender equality.
When, YouTube and Facebook were first really hitting hard in the early 2000s, I started feeling like you would walk into a room and see a lot of ideas that were like, oh, this guy did this song on YouTube and it went hugely viral, and let's have him do something for our brand. And I'd always kind of, palm face plant. With so much out there to cut through, the imperative is more than ever to have an idea that someone hasn't already turned into a meme. So I think it's tough.
What we found in our research, and we're going to unveil you here in a minute, is that the difference between those who have learned to integrate data and creativity versus those who have not, it's a 2 times difference in revenue growth.
We did take some time to think about what was the framework that hackers use when they go about hacking something. And the more you do, honestly, the better you get at it.
Success is dangerous. If you really think you are something just because you won a couple of lions or because you got the cover of Ad Age or something like that, then you are on the first step into dying. If you start to believe that bullshit.
Find images based on my sketch. Fantastic. And there we go. Sensei has sourced assets from the millions of assets that are sitting within my Adobe Experience Manager assets instance, as well as from over 100 million assets that sit within Adobe Stock. So this means I can really get going on the creative process straight away. And it will then use knowledge of these assets to intelligently make suggestions based on what it understands of what I'm trying to do, along with my personal preferences.
Political reporting imposes a hyper-rationality on politics. That's what political reporters do. That's what they're there to do. They believe that politics is the business of cause and effect, and their job is to delineate cause and effect. That becomes a very interesting and substantial problem with Donald Trump, who truly cannot appreciate cause and effect. He doesn't care about it, he doesn't appreciate it, he doesn't understand it. Cause and effect have no place in Donald Trump's political world.
If you're in the creative space, if you're in advertising, if you do anything, you know about CAN, right? You either want to win a lion or you want to be part of the conversation.
This is the standard we kind of hold ourselves to, so you got to see what the world's doing.
What brings me here every year is just the fact that this is a melting point which lets you go home inspired, knowing that there's so much more that you can do and there's so little that you've already done.